Have you ever looked around and wondered, where did everyone go? Maybe your phone doesn't ring as often. The house feels a little too quiet. Or you find yourself watching the same shows just to hear another voice in the room. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many people over 60 experience a deep, aching kind of loneliness that can sneak up on you, especially after retirement, losing loved ones, or watching friendships slowly fade away over time. But here's the truth. Feeling left out after 60 doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. Life just shifts. People move away. Families get busy. And sometimes it feels like the world has forgotten how much we still have to offer. The good news? It's never too late to rebuild your social life. In fact, the years after 60 can be some of the most fulfilling, connected, and joyful chapters if you know how to turn the page. In this video, we're going to talk about 6 powerful ways to reconnect with the world around you, meet new people, and feel part of something meaningful again. Not in a forced or awkward way, but in a way that feels natural, warm, and true to who you are. Let's begin with something simple but often overlooked: the power of saying yes. You might not feel like going to that local meeting or that small group at the community center. It's easy to tell yourself, "It's not for me," or "I won't know anyone there." But behind that hesitation is often just fear of being uncomfortable. And the only way to move past that fear is to walk right through it. Say yes to the coffee invitation. Say yes to the walking group your neighbor mentioned. Say yes, even if you don't feel ready. The moment you say yes, you open a door, and behind that door might be the very connection your heart has been missing. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you: reconnecting with old friends. Think about someone you haven't spoken to in years. Maybe you were close once. Maybe life just got busy. You'd be amazed how many people are out there wondering about you too. They might be feeling the same loneliness, the same longing to be remembered. All it takes is one message, one phone call. A simple, "Hey, I was thinking about you. How have you been?" That one spark can reignite a friendship you didn't realize still had warmth in it. And even if the conversation is short, you've already taken a brave step toward rebuilding your social life. But what if your old friends aren't around anymore? Or maybe your circle has always been small. That's okay too. You can still form new, meaningful bonds, but here's the key: shared purpose. It's not about forcing chit-chat with strangers. It's about doing something that matters to you, with people who care about the same things. Volunteer at the local library. Join a book club at the senior center. Sign up for a group that plants trees or knits blankets for hospitals. When you're working towards something together, connection happens naturally. You laugh over little things. You share stories. And before you know it, you're not just part of a group, you're part of a community. You might be thinking, "But what if I'm shy?" That's more common than people admit, especially as we get older, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. But here's something beautiful. You don't have to be loud to be loved. You don't have to be the life of the party to be valued. Just showing up, listening, and offering a kind word is more than enough. People remember warmth. They remember kindness. And if you approach others with genuine curiosity and care, you'll find your circle growing in the most unexpected ways. Connection isn't just about activity, it's also about presence. Sometimes the first step toward rebuilding your social life isn't out there, it's right inside your own home. Think about inviting someone over for tea. Nothing fancy, just a warm drink, a simple chat, and a place to feel seen. You don't need a perfect home or perfect words, just an open heart. And chances are, the person you invite might be feeling the exact same kind of loneliness you are. Let's not forget how powerful technology can be, especially today. Yes, it can feel intimidating at first, But once you get the hang of it, a whole new world opens up. Video calls with family, online support groups, classes where you can meet people from across the globule from your living room. There are safe, easy-to-use platforms designed for seniors that make connecting easier than ever. And it's okay to ask for help learning how. You're never too old to grow, to learn, to reach out. The heart of it all is this: you still matter. Your stories matter. Your laughter, your wisdom, your presence, all of it is valuable. Loneliness may try to whisper that you're forgotten, but don't believe it. You are needed. You are wanted. And there's still time to build beautiful new bonds. Now that we've begun opening these doors again, let's keep walking through them. Because connection isn't a one-time fix. It's a journey, and every small step makes a difference. One of the most underrated ways to reconnect with others is through learning. Not only does it keep your mind sharp, but it also places you right alongside people who are growing, just like you. And growth brings people together. Whether it's a painting class, a digital photography course, or a gentle yoga session at your local center, these are opportunities to learn something new and meet people along the way. There's no pressure to be the best. It's not about performance. It's about showing up, trying something different, and allowing connection to form through the process. You don't need to look far to find a class or group. Many libraries, community centers, or even churches offer free or low-cost classes. You might walk in not knowing a soul, but that's how most great stories begin, with a little courage and a curious heart. And if going out still feels like too big of a leap, there are gentle ways to practice social connection right where you are. Try striking up a conversation the next time you're in line at the store. Smile at your neighbor while watering the plants. Offer a helping hand when you see someone struggling with their groceries. These small acts might seem simple, but they can open the door to new friendships or brighten someone's day in a way they'll never forget. And often, those tiny moments are the ones that lead to something deeper. We live in a world that tends to glorify big social scenes crowds, events, loud laughter echoing from across the room. But that's not the only way to connect. In fact, the richest friendships are often the quiet ones. The people you share a comfortable silence with. The ones who understand the pause in your sentence. Don't feel pressured to be a social butterfly. Instead, seek out those one-on-one conversations, the deeper talks, the slower pace. Those are the moments that make you feel truly seen. One thing that helps more than people realize is having a routine that includes others. It could be as simple as a morning walk with a neighbor or meeting someone every Tuesday for coffee. Routine brings comfort. And when you weave others into your rhythm, it gives you both something to look forward to. And if you don't know anyone yet to do that with, start by visiting the same cafe or park regularly. Familiar faces turn into friendly nods, then smiles, then chats. It just takes time and a little consistency. But let's also be honest. There are days when it's hard. Days when you don't feel like talking, when the silence feels heavier than usual, when loneliness whispers that it's always going to be this way. On those days, be gentle with yourself. Rebuilding a social life doesn't happen overnight. It's okay to have slow days. What matters is that you keep your heart open, even just a crack. Because all it takes is one connection, one unexpected moment, to remind you that you're not alone in this world. You might be surprised at how many people are longing for connection just like you. People who are just waiting for someone to reach out. And when you take that first step, no matter how small, you give them permission to do the same. It creates a ripple effect. Your kindness, your courage, it matters more than you know. Sometimes, a great way to rebuild your social life is by focusing on others who may also feel left out. Visit a local nursing home and chat with a resident. Write letters to people who don't receive visitors. These acts of service not only brighten someone else's life, but also remind you of your own worth. Because when we give of ourselves, we also receive. The connection becomes real, meaningful, lasting. And if you're someone who feels like your best days are behind you, I want to gently challenge that thought. Your life still has so much unfolding to do. There are stories yet to be shared, friendships waiting just around the corner, laughter that hasn't found its way to you yet, but it will. If you stay open, stay curious, and believe that it's never too late to begin again. Just because the crowd looks different now doesn't mean you can't find your people. They might not be the ones from your past. They might come from unexpected places, but they're out there. And they're looking for you too. It's not about fixing loneliness with a quick answer. It's about building something slowly, intentionally, with heart. One hello at a time, one shared memory at a time. So, take a breath. Look up from your routine, and remember that connection can be found in the smallest of gestures and the quietest of rooms. You are still here. You still matter. And there's still so much waiting for you. Sometimes we convince ourselves that the window of opportunity has closed, that we're too old to meet new people, to start again, to rebuild the life we quietly miss. But the truth is, connection has no expiration date. Friendship doesn't care how many birthdays you've celebrated, and joy doesn't retire. One of the most heartwarming ways to rediscover that joy is by reconnecting with old friends. Life has a funny way of pulling people in different directions, moves, careers, family changes, but the bond of a genuine friendship never truly disappears. It just gets quiet. And sometimes all it takes is a simple message to bring it back to life. Maybe there's someone you haven't spoken to in years. Someone who used to make you laugh until your stomach hurt. Reach out. A phone call, a letter, even a message on social media can reignite a connection that still has so much to offer. And if that feels too vulnerable, start small. Comment on a photo. Send a holiday card. Just let them know you're thinking of them, because chances are they've been thinking of you too. We often underestimate how much our presence is missed. You might be surprised how quickly the years melt away when you hear their voice again. And even if nothing comes of it beyond a warm conversation, that moment of shared memory is a beautiful thing. But what if you've lost many of the people you were once close to? What if the familiar faces are gone and you're not sure where to begin? That's where creating new bonds can be incredibly healing. Volunteering is one of the most fulfilling ways to do that. When you show up for others, especially those in need, you find a sense of purpose that naturally draws people to you. Whether it's helping out at a local food bank, reading to children at a library, or assisting with events at a senior center, these places are full of hearts looking for connection, just like yours. There's something powerful about being needed. It reminds you that you still have something to give. And when you give with kindness, without expecting anything in return, people respond to that. They open up, they invite you in. And soon, you're no longer on the outside looking in, you're right there in the middle, part of something again. It's important to remember that social life doesn't have to look the way it used to. Maybe you no longer enjoy big gatherings or noisy dinners. That's okay. Quiet companionship, meaningful conversations over tea, or shared hobbies in peaceful spaces can be even more satisfying. The goal isn't to fill every hour with people. It's to create a life where moments of connection feel genuine and nourishing. One of the best ways to do that is by being the initiator. Don't wait for the invitation. Create it. Host a small get-together. Invite a neighbor for coffee. Plan a weekly movie night or book club. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be heartfelt. When you take the lead, others feel welcome and valued. You set the tone, and you build a little community around you, one person at a time. And while technology can sometimes feel overwhelming, it can also be a bridge. Learning how to use video calls, messaging apps, or even group chats can keep you close to people who live far away. Don't be afraid to ask for help setting it up. Most younger family members are happy to teach, and you might even bond in the process. Before you know it, you're sharing stories face to face again, even if it's through a screen. At the heart of all this is something so simple yet so deeply human: the desire to feel seen, heard, and loved. No matter how old we are, that never changes. And when you take steps to rebuild your social life, what you're really doing is saying, I'm still here. I still have stories to share. I still want to laugh, to listen, to belong. You are never too old to begin again. Your presence still matters. Your warmth still lights up a room. Don't let the silence fool you. It's not the end of the story. Sometimes, it's just the quiet before the next beautiful chapter begins. So open the door, say hello first, pick up the phone, make the plan, extend the invitation. The life you want, the one filled with laughter, friendship, and moments that make you smile, it's still possible, and it's waiting for you to step into it. It's easy to believe the world has moved on without us, especially when the phone doesn't ring as often or the days stretch out quietly. But here's the truth: feeling left out doesn't mean you are forgotten. It just means life is offering you a chance to write a new story, one where you decide how connection fits into your everyday moments. Maybe your pace has slowed, but your heart still beats with curiosity. Maybe you don't crave a crowd, but you still long for closeness. That's human, that's natural. And most importantly, that's still possible. You don't need dozens of friends or a packed social calendar to feel alive. What you need, what we all need, is one person who truly listens, one laugh that lingers, one place where we feel at home. Rebuilding your social life doesn't mean starting over from scratch. It means dusting off the parts of you that have been quietly waiting for sunlight. It means choosing to say yes to the small invitations life gives you every single day. Like waving at a neighbor instead of looking away. Like sitting next to someone new in a class or group. Like complimenting someone's smile or outfit in the grocery store line. These tiny moments are seeds. When nurtured with kindness and consistency, they grow into something bigger, something real. And remember, connection isn't just about others including you. It's about you including yourself. You belong in this world just as much as anyone else. Your stories matter. Your laughter is needed. Your presence brings value. Don't wait for someone to tell you that. Believe it for yourself first, and the rest will follow. If you've been feeling left out, I want you to know you are not alone. So many people your age feel the same ache, the same quiet longing for deeper connection. But here's the beautiful part: you have the power to change that. Not overnight, not perfectly, but slowly and surely, with small acts of courage and care. Rebuilding your social life is not about chasing popularity or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about creating spaces where you feel at ease being fully yourself. It's about surrounding yourself with people who see you, respect you, and enjoy your company for exactly who you are. And if you haven't found them yet, don't give up. They're out there, also hoping someone like you will show up in their life. You are not invisible. You are not finished. You are not too late. This is your time, not a time of fading, but of focusing, of trimming away what no longer serves you and making room for joy, laughter, and meaningful companionship. Whether that comes in the form of old friends, new faces, group activities, or quiet one-on-one chats, what matters is that it feels good to you. And if today is the day you take that first small step, send that message, make that call, join that group, then that's something to be proud of. Every meaningful connection starts with a little courage and a little kindness. You already have both. So from my heart to yours, I encourage you to be brave, be open, be willing. There is life ahead of you still worth sharing, and people out there still waiting to meet someone exactly like you. If this message touched you, please take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice could be the encouragement someone else needs today. And if you'd like more videos like this to help you live a fuller, happier life after 60, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who might need it too. Thank you for spending this time with me. You matter, you are loved, and you're never too old to begin again. Here's to living your best life connected, confident, and cherished no matter your age.